Locked and Chosen. Thank you for joining my YouTube channel. I am getting ready to do my very first wash and retwist. At this point, I'm still trying to decide. It will depend on after I wash it what my hair looks like. But I'm debating on doing a technique where it's called hair wrapping, where I only address the loose hairs that's on the shaft of my locks and not really do the retwist at the base of my hair. Or I may end up doing a full out retwist. I haven't decided yet. My hands are bothering me just a tad bit. They've been hurting. And I also have a headache. But I can't keep putting this off. I really need to wash my hair and I really need to do something different. So stay tuned. We'll get back to you after the wash so you can see what that looks like. I will not record the whole thing because I do not know what I'm doing yet. I've watched a lot of videos. I watched tutorials and training, and I think I kind of got it, but I know it's going to take me forever, and I don't have that much time on my phone to record the entire thing. I'm assuming it's going to take hours if my loctician only takes about 2 to 2.5 hours. I'm anticipating that I might take about 4 to 6. I don't know. But I will get started and come back at various stages, so stay tuned. So actually, I forgot to show you the products that I'm using. I did a live last night, and I forgot that you guys don't know what I'm using. So I, of course, am using Peculiar Roots products. I am using the Sweet Orange Castile shampoo, just a little bit because I don't need a lot of products. I will be moisturizing with the Refresher Spray. This is Pomegranate Pear. It came in the anniversary box, and it is a scent that was only available if you got the box. I will be using the conditioning oil. As you can see, I use that a lot because I'm almost out. I'm going to use the growth oil, which is also Pomegranate Pear, just at the base and the front of my edges where I'm trying to fill in damage that was done with micro braids many eons ago. If I opt to do the retwist, I will use the pomade at my roots, and this is pomegranate. Yeah, I think this is the pomegranate scent. This is one of the original ones, so the label is different and I can't read the scent. So the mousse is what I'm going to use to wrap the shaft of my locks, and I don't use a lot. Their mousse is not like traditional mousse, so when you think of mousse, don't think about what you buy in the stores. But the Loc mousse is very lightweight. It is not sticky. It doesn't cause flakes on your hair at all, and it helps to reduce frizz. So I'm trying to tame the frizz that happened when I went out into the rain without an umbrella or anything, and it messed up my retwist and caused my hair to fuzz and fluff up. But I would have probably had way less frizzing this time. I'm noticing I was 9 months locked 2 days ago, and so each time I'm noticing less and less frizzing, and hardly any shedding or anything ended up on the floor at the ends of my retwist. But this is my first attempt, so stay tuned, guys. I'll be back. Hi guys, I'm back. So I just washed my hair, and this is my first time trying the Sweet Castile. Last time I did the rosewater hibiscus, and that was amazing. So I'm gonna leave this in to dry out the excess water in my hair for about 15 minutes before I look at it and see what it does and begin the process. So I will be back in about 15 minutes, but this smells amazing. It smells like somebody stood over my head and had an orange and just squeezed the fresh orange in my hair. It's great. If you love tropical scents, this is a good one to buy. I love fruity smells and tropical citrus. Anything along those lines is something that I like. So it's attractive to me more so than the more traditional scents that are like patchouli and frankenmyrrh and all of the herbal ones. So I like fruits and berries and things like that. So, but I'll be back in about 15 minutes and do the takedown and see what my hair looks like and scalp looks like afterwards. Thanks, guys. Be back in a minute. Okay, guys, it's actually been a little bit longer than that because then I started texting and getting on Instagram and stuff. So here we go. Here's the takedown. Oh, this is, you know what? So leaving this thing on for those 20 minutes, you don't realize how much water is still left in your locks. So it's still damp, but not like soaking wet. But that towel is really wet. And so this is what it looks like. Really fluffy, fuzzy, but you can see clean scalp. See my grays popping. And I normally do a side part or whatever. So the first thing is refresher spray. Now normally I wouldn't spray that much, but because it's freshly washed, I want to make sure I get it all over. And I'm just running my fingers through, making sure the refresher spray gets in there. And then the way I normally do, this is a new bottle, so let me see if I can get that. My hands are wet. Didn't bring my extra towel over here. You can't hardly see, but I'm barely applying the oil because I don't need that much. And so the growth serum kind of suds up a little bit. So you see that? It suds up and then it disappears into the area and into your hair. Same on this side. Just disappearing in. I wasn't sure if I got that on the side, so I'll add a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. And then I do oil throughout my scalp. So I'm just dabbing, guys, because I don't have the bigger spout. So just dabbing in the areas, and then I massage. So massaging in, making sure it's getting into my scalp, sealing in the moisture that's on my scalp. And then I'll put a little bit, and you can't hardly see, but this is all I put on there. You see that little bit? So just to go to seal the external sides of the locks. Okay. Here we go, guys. Now, I'm not going to stay on here the whole time because, again, I told you I'm not used to doing this yet. And so I have my clips. So I keep my alligator clips in my Peculiar Roots bag. So if you ever shop for them and your products come in that, don't throw the stuff away. They make good little storage bags. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 10 alligator clips, but I don't think I'm going to need all of them. But I'm going to section off my hair. And I'm using these instead of like metal clips. Some people band their hair. I forgot to bring my bands down, so I don't know where they are right now. So I'm using my clips. And I'm just going to do these in sections just so I can start with the easiest front. I'm going to start here. And I'm also going to keep the refresher spray close by because I know I haven't done this in a while, or I've never done this, and it will likely take me a long time. I want to keep my hair moist, so slight dampness as I twist throughout it. So if it starts to get a little dry, then I'll be able to spray it and keep it wet, because you don't want to twist or manipulate the locks when they're dry. that leads to breakage and damage and all that good stuff. So I can't see where my parts are, and I don't have the best setup. So I'm going to look to see if I can figure out with my glasses on. I may have to take them off where my first line is. So I think that goes back there. I'm trying to see if this is one. So this is not the best use of a mirror to try to, let's see if this is better. So the part's not bad. So it feels like it's 1, 2, 3. So it's 5 locks, right? And this doesn't look like, so actually looks like this is 2 rows. It's hard to tell because I don't think my lines are straight and symmetrical like I would have preferred. I didn't think to express that part. So I'm going to see if I can. No, that's not working. My OCD is definitely going to kick in because this part is not straight. We're going to put that up there. Yeah, this is bothering me, which I knew it would once I looked at it myself. It's hard to tell when, so I can try to clean this side up. But for the most part, my hair is already locking and budding in places. And so I will do a little bit of a comb at the root. So getting a pomade. This is all I'm using, guys. Barely any on this brush. I actually think I used too much. So, ooh, this is a lot. So the little, the wrap method. So I did that at the roots. And so you can kind of see, hopefully I can zoom in to see, not too bad. It's gonna unravel, of course. So, and that's probably too much. I'm not gonna use all of that. I'm gonna put some of this on the top. Come back for that. So, I am taking the hair and wrapping it around. And wrapping it around. I know it's hard to see with my fingers and the angle of everything. But I am wrapping this down the shaft. So instead of doing like a palm roll, I'm just wrapping the hair around, which will achieve the same thing as a palm roll. But I think it will catch some of these little wild ends that I have going on. And so, and I'll do that for a second. And I'm just gonna clip down low. Clipping down low, not at the hair, not at the roots. And this is really just to hold it in place out the way. And we'll see. So it'll get a little bit better as I can get a little bit, or maybe I see why people attach it to their clothes. Okay, let me try that. This is all experiment, guys. It's all experiment. So we're going to keep trying that and see how we end up. I'll do one more on camera, then I'll come back at the end. So I'm going to do the one beside it. should have had some music going. So I'm gonna do it this way. So put it on the whole lock. This time I'm gonna try to wrap first and get to the roots next. So all this loose hair, I'm just wrapping it around the lock, right? And this is called hair wrapping, I think is what she said. So this is one of the techniques that helps you to twist your hair without minimal manipulation. And now I'll do all right. Well, let's try up here and see. All right, guys, I'll come back when I'm done. Stay tuned. Right now, it is approximately 8:41. Oop, that went away. It's 8:41 Eastern Standard Time on a Friday night. So I'll let you know how long it takes me. Have a great night. Oh, I'll be back. Not a great night. I'll be back. Listen, Linda, I had to hop back on. Y'all see that? Do you see that growth right there? Look at all of that. Hi, guys. So at this point, I won't say halfway, but I'm almost halfway through. I've got this whole side done. And I'm about to start in the last row or two in the center. So I've got at least 3 more in the center, and then I will attempt the back. That's gonna be the kicker there. So stay tuned, come back later. Whew. Hey guys, we are getting down to the home stretch and don't know what time it is. It's 10 something. And I just have this little section right here left to go. So, coming along good. I forgot my elastic bands, so I actually got rubber bands in my hair right now, which I wouldn't recommend. So, I probably have a little bit of pulling. But I'm almost done, and I will be back with the final look. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hi, guys. So, I finished at approximately 11:06. I started washing, I think it's 7:51. I think I told you the time I sat down and started with the retwist. This is kind of sticking out a little bit because the way I had them in the clips and the rubber bands. But this is the finished product. So you can see my first attempt. I'm pretty pleased and not too bad. It's still damp. So it's still kind of damp a little bit. I refreshed it. Especially when I got to the back. It wasn't as dry as I thought it would have been, but I'm pretty pleased. It did not take me, I thought it was going to take me about 6 hours. So like 8 something, 8, 9, 10, almost 3 hours and some change somewhere in there. I'll do the math later. I'm tired. I'm only tired because I was already tired and not feeling well. But my arms are just a little bit sore trying to reach in the back. I gave up on trying to make sure I had meticulous parts and all that kind of stuff. I realized that they're not lined up properly, and so that probably accounts for why it didn't take me as long to finish my hair. I just tried to manually separate it with my hands. I didn't even use the big mirror that I brought out to try to do it in the back and try to use another smaller mirror. I just felt my way through with my hands, and because my retwists don't last that long anyway, I'm just not gonna worry about parts in the part system. I don't like my hair to look scalpy anyway, but so this is what it looks like, but I'm happy. So you can see kind of a grid, not too bad. So it's a close-up of some of them. Not too bad, but your girl got this. So I'm pleased. My hands cooperated, didn't hurt as much, but thank you for joining my YouTube channel. This is Locked and Chosen. I did my 9-month lock anniversary. I did my first retwist, so stay tuned for the next time. I think so today is like April 20 something. The last retwist I had was like March the 12th. So it's been quite a few weeks, and I didn't stick to the traditional 4-week schedule as a starter. I just didn't want to put too much pressure on my hair. I didn't want thinning locks, and so it was important for me to kind of space mine out just a little bit. So that's my journey. Thank you guys so much for joining and tuning in. And as a reminder, I used all Pure Root products. So Sweet Castile, the Sweet Orange Castile, the Mousse for the lock shaft, Pomegranate Pear Refresher Spray, conditioning oil to seal it in, and the Pomegranate Pear Growth Oil just in the edges in the front. And I did twist at the roots, and I only used the pomade in pomegranate just at the roots of new growth. So just the new growth. Got it. And I showed a midway point, had a lot of new growth in here, just a little few spaces where I didn't have a lot of growth, but for the most part it was way more new growth than I thought. Oh, had my little brush too. So for the pomade on this side, and I did use the comb at the roots. I wasn't sure if I was going to do that, but I did do that. So again, this is Locked and Chosen. This is a place where hair and fashion meet. Thanks for joining. Have a great day.